Good morning. It is Tuesday the 25th of October. I've got an orthotics appointment for my drop foot at 9 a.m. Basically, I know I said that I wasn't going to panic, but I saw occupational health the other day because the GP urgently referred me to physio, but that appointment isn't till sometime in December. So last Friday I saw the occupational health physio and he examined me, and basically it's worse than I thought. I've got like a grade 3 painless radiculopathy with a significant foot drop. I thought that because it was painless, obviously I've had back pain for years, but I'm not in sort of agony and like I'm not tender down my spine or anything. I thought because it was painless, that's a good thing. Turns out it's not. Turns out, because the physio was like, oh, I've never seen one of these before. Turns out that it's rare to have a painless radiculopathy, and mine's quite serious. And obviously I've got a foot drop, which means it's like a scuba diver's flipper. I can't use my foot. I can't walk on my heels, so basically I can't do this action with my left foot. And I have ongoing numbness across the top of my left foot, the left side of my left foot, and all the way up my left leg going to my knee. And basically, like I said, try not to catastrophise, but surgery might be my only option and it might be irreversible. Apparently I've been urgently referred to orthopaedics because I think it's either orthopaedics or neurosurgery that do the surgery. I don't want surgery, but I have been trying loads of physio exercises for my back and my foot and nothing's changed, and it's been, 5-6 weeks. So I'm really trying not to panic, but I am panicking, essentially, because nothing's happening fast. So I saw the physio and he referred me to the back pain specialists, who apparently can request an urgent MRI, but I've not even got an appointment with them yet. And I've not got an appointment with orthopaedics yet. Like, I want an MRI now. If I'm going to have to go to surgery, I want to be in theatre now. But I'm really, I don't want to have surgery. But I think I wouldn't have been as panicked, but the physio got the big boss man in, who also examined me. And he had like a grave look on his face. So that wasn't reassuring. And then I was like, listen, can I do any physio exercises to sort this out? Because nothing I've tried's working. And I was like, I really don't want to have surgery. And they both just looked at each other. My main concern is that I'll have to have surgery and it won't fix the problem, but then I'll be in chronic pain. Because obviously it's my spine. I don't want people messing around my spine. And then I'll be in, so that's my fear. It won't fix the drop foot. I'll be in chronic pain and they could potentially, when they go into my spine, mess something else up. That's my fear. And obviously, I don't know if you've ever met a surgeon. But yeah, I don't really want a surgeon anywhere near me, if I'm being perfectly honest. Orthopedic neurosurgeon. So I'm trying not to catastrophise. I'm hoping I'll get the MRI pretty soon and it'll be like, oh no, this is completely fixable without surgery. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like I might have to have surgery. So, yeah. Because that's one of the things I've said about my loose skin. I don't want to I have sort of a fear of surgery. I don't want to be unconscious. I don't want to be catheterised. I don't want to be unconscious around a surgeon. Do you know what I mean? I don't want their initials on my spine. Sorry, I'm not painting a very good picture of surgeons here, but don't take my word for it. Form your own opinion. So yeah, anyway, I've got an orthotics appointment at 9. I probably need to get going. I haven't had a poo yet. I need to try and have a poo before I go. I also haven't shaved my legs, but I can't be arsed. So anyway, so orthotics, apparently they can give me some sort of boot that will for the drop foot on my left foot, so hopefully that means I won't trip over, because I tripped over in town the other day and it was a Saturday. It couldn't have been more busy, and honest to God, it was right in the centre of town. If you had the coordinates for the centre of town, that would be where I fell over, and I tripped over my drop foot and people were laughing at me. But the thing is, I wasn't really embarrassed. It was just more the fact that, oh my God, this foot, it kind of hit me how big the problem was. So I'm quite stressed about that. So I'm hopefully going to go to this orthotics appointment before work and get some sort of boot fitted. If I do need some sort of weird boot, I hope they do it today and they don't have to, take a mould or something. I don't know how it works. But I haven't even seen the back pain specialist. I need this MRI now. Like, swear to God. If I could, well, I technically could request it for myself, but I'd be struck off. So, like, like, I don't even know. That's the thing, because I don't even know when my appointments are, or like if orthopedics have even reviewed the referral yet. And honest to God, like, I keep getting like impulsively tempted to like check on the sit, but then I'm like, babe, come on, it's not worth it, is it? It's not worth getting struck off because I want to see if orthopedics have. So yeah, I'm panicking, but I'll keep you updated. Hopefully this is fixable with conservative treatment, but we'll see. Hey guys, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the whole drop foot situation. So today is, I believe, the 10th of December. I've got a phone appointment with orthopedics tomorrow, and I hope that they're then going to request an MRI for me, because ongoing drop foot, ongoing, sensory loss, and obviously loss of function. I saw orthotics and they did give me a splint. So that doesn't really affect anything other than it helps me to not trip over, essentially. So it basically supports the foot so that I'm not constantly tripping over it. I still can't do this, well, basically it's a drop foot, essentially. So what I'm hoping is that tomorrow I'll have the phone call with orthopedics. They'll request the MRI. I don't know when that will be, because the nerve distribution, I'll see if I can put a picture of dermatomes or whatever on screen. Basically, in simple terms, it's L4, L5, S1. So that's where the nerves go into your spine. And they sort of travel down your body and they supply the areas of the foot in the areas down my leg that are having the problems, basically. So I reckon that tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll request an MRI. Again, I don't know how long it's going to take. And then the MRI will show if it's a slip disc, so if it's a problem at the spine, where, for example, a slip disc is compressing the nerve, which is causing this, or if it's not a slip disc, I imagine they'll probably refer me for nerve conduction studies, or something like that. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm really hoping. Because obviously we need to sort of know what's going on. It could either be a slip disc or something else. Luckily, they've obviously tested for I don't know how to describe it, like spasticity. So basically they've tested sort of my upper motor neuron. They've tested my reflexes essentially, and my reflexes are fine at present, right? Touch wood. So it's likely to be a slip disc, or obviously, like I said, I'm not trying to catastrophize, I'm not trying to get in my own head, but there is something that's very helpfully called Slimmer'S paralysis that some of you may have heard of. Again, I'm not trying to get too involved in that train of thought, but it doesn't really matter because the outcome's the same. I've got a drop foot. So it is possible that this problem could be caused by the perineal nerve, right? And that could be affected at the knee. So it could be slip disc in my spine, or something's going on in my spine that's compressing the nerve, or at the knee, the perineal nerve coming down from the knee, it could be trapped there. There has been some evidence that rapid weight loss can cause that. I'm assuming because of the loss of fat. To be honest, I don't know the ins and outs, and I'm not trying to know the ins and outs because I'm not trying to think about it. But it is possible that if it's not the spine, it could be a problem with the nerve being trapped here at the knee. Like I said, I've not had any knee injuries, nothing like that. It's not painful, it's painless, which is why it's a bit odd. But that is possible that it's a problem at the knee. Rapid weight loss can cause it. What I kind of find unusual about that is my weight, because I've been in maintenance for, not ages, but my weight's been largely stable for 6 months plus. I've not lost a lot of weight in the past 6 months. So I'd have thought if it was going to happen, it would have happened before now if it was due to weight loss. I've been in the same 5 pound range for a while. And I'd say in the last 6 months or so, I've probably lost less than 10 pounds. Maybe even in more than 6 months. I'll need to check, but my weight hasn't massively dropped recently. So I'd have thought if it was weight related, then it would have been more likely to happen prior to now. but obviously we don't know. So I need to wait on the MRI and see. I know that there'll be a few haters like, oh, you did this to yourself. Well, regardless, you know, if I did it to myself or if it is a result of weight loss or if it's a slip disc, the problem still remains. Like, my drop foot is still a drop foot, regardless of the cause. So I need to wait on the MRI. I'm kind of, well, this is wishful thinking. I'd like them to request an MRI and nerve conduction studies at the same time, because obviously we don't know how long the wait's going to be for those, but I highly doubt it. I reckon they'll request the MRI first, and then if that's normal and it isn't showing any slip disc or spine problems, then they'll do nerve conduction studies. Obviously, I want everything now, but that's not how it works. I've just got to be thankful, I suppose, that it's the NHS and I don't have to pay for it. Even if, you know, urgent stuff does take a long time, I still need to be thankful that I don't have to pay for it. So I think the two most likely causes, it's either a slip disc, because like I said, I've had lumbar back pain at the bottom of my back for like 10 years, or it's a problem at the knee and the nerve is trapped at the knee. But I don't have any pain. I've not bashed my knee or anything like that. I can't think of any sort of trigger for this, but it is possible that it's due to weight loss. Although, again, like I said, I would find that a bit unusual because it's not like I've had an acute rapid weight loss. And to be honest, I lost the weight over about 18 months, about 80 pounds in 18 months. So at the start, obviously my weight loss was sort of faster. Like I think the first couple of weeks I averaged about losing 3 pounds a week, but then from then on it was about 2 pounds a week. And then I'm sure there was like a period of 2 months or so, at least one period where I didn't lose anything. So I don't know, it seems a bit suspicious if it is due to weight loss to be now, but you don't know, do you? We don't know. We'll have to wait on the MRI. So yeah, I don't like the fact it's called Slimmer'S paralysis. We can pack that in, nip that in the bud. But regardless of the cause, the outcome's the same at present. I can't use my foot. But I am going to try and get back into exercising, because I think I've just been using this as an excuse, to be honest. So I'm not going to go to the gym, mainly because it's cold and dark. But I do have like my little yoga mat. So I think I am going to start trying to do gentle ab workouts. Obviously, I need to be careful I don't trip over my foot, but I want to get, you know, I could do sort of arm stuff and press ups on my knees, stuff like that. So that is the plan. I'm hoping, well, I'm assuming the phone call tomorrow is to request an MRI, because if it's not, then Lord, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, yeah. But I'm assuming tomorrow, hopefully, that the MRI will finally be requested. Hopefully urgently, because even urgent, I can imagine it not being for another 2 months. And I am sort of hoping they also request nerve conduction studies. I think I've already mentioned, but my bloods are all normal. Because like I said before, it could be caused by a vitamin B12 deficiency or something like that, which I never thought was the cause, because I got my bloods checked in July, August, and they were fine. So I didn't think I'd randomly have developed a raging B12 deficiency, but you never know. But yeah, my bloods were all fine. So it is most likely spine or issue at the knee. And whatever it is, I'm just hoping that, you know, I'm going to keep wearing my splint. I'm going to keep sort of doing like calf raises and that, because I don't want my calves to get tight, because obviously my calf is not doing, my left calf isn't doing its normal range of motion, because it can't, because I can't lift my foot. So I'm going to try and do that and just keep doing, you know, me back exercises and stuff. The physio did say aim for next December to get like function back in your foot, aim for that. I'm aiming for this December, but again, there's nothing really I can do. I just need to wait on the investigations. So yeah, I know some people will be critical and just be like, well, you shouldn't have gone on MOUNJARO. It's like, that's calm, bro. Like, that's thank you for your service, but we just got to wait and see. So any updates I've got, I'll let you guys know, and I'll see you all later.